Hello and welcome to the GG.Bet New York Invitational. It's the third invitational we've had here, and this time we'll be going again to try and find a team that'll go to New York this time. We've had Cologne, we've had Chicago, but now we've got Hugo. How you doing?
Oh, wow. Am I the next city of the US?
You're there, yeah.
I appreciate that. Well, either way, yeah, it's going to be a great game to open up as well. It's best of ones, obviously, to start off this group stage, but we have Big and their new roster facing up against AVANGAR, who have had, you know, ups and downs over these last few months, from peaks of winning Rio to falling off and losing matches online that they really shouldn't.
Yeah, exactly. And taking a look at this big roster, right? They haven't really been working to as of recent, and so you bring in Smuya again. The plans are to bring Nex back as well. Currently, they'll have Legia playing with them. Yeah. That's definitely going to be a bit of a hindrance, but we've seen Legia, when he steps in for the team, he can actually perform pretty well. We've seen it in a couple of events.
Without a doubt, yeah. And of course, best of one as well, right? So we're going to get into the vetoes and Inferno. Oh, that's a cool graphic as well. I was like looking like, which one's getting banned? No, Inferno will be our best of one map for this series. I think it's kind of hard to read too deeply into a single map for a best of one, especially with a new roster to some extent. But I know you're going to be in the same boat as me, where I'm just excited to see Smuya play.
Yeah, exactly. The UK Hope is back. He has been pretty much AFK for so long, and the only time we ever get to see him is at show matches, so it's good to see him back in the team, and he's been wanting this for so long. It always feels like Big is probably the only team that'll fit him at this moment in time, so again he has another sort of proving ground to show his worth. And
now we have like a really scary roster. We have Xantares and Smuya and Tabson all in the same roster. It really does suck to not have GG.B there as well, of course, right? The mastermind behind the whole operation, but you know, there's at least going to be some real firepower in the server. And I mean, talking of AWPing firepower, he's certainly got his match set out for him. Jame on the other side, Save King, AWP, you know, God.
Yeah, exactly.
This guy's pretty good.
We actually see a little bit of a meme video be created from our last tournament we did here at the Chicago Invitational, because the amount of times Jame actually ended up saving. But a lot of the time he does, it is warranted a lot of the time.
Oh, no, without a doubt. He'll like save, and it'll be the weirdest save ever in like a 1-on-2, and then he'll ace the next round. It's like, well,
at least he has the AWP, right?
Yeah, it worked, so... But yeah, I'm just excited to see. The thing is, not really an AWPer's map, Inferno.
Yeah, I mean, unless you're like Z-Power from Fours, that kind of just forces himself into every position, then generally, yeah, this map can be a little bit quiet for AWPers.
Mainly on the T side, though, of course. CT, plenty of versatility with that one, as is every map, but hopefully we'll be getting into things soon. These are some cool camera shots. I don't even know where this is on the map.
Yeah, I think this is T-spawn.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
It might be Banana, like beyond the wall. There's multiple places this could be right now, but yeah, some beautiful views of Inferno. Inferno's a pretty decent map, I have to say, for Big Dog. Traditionally, it's always been a pretty good one for them. When they've got a brand new roster, you want to try and make sure most of the players are comfortable, and Inferno's a map that I'm sure they'll be pretty happy with. Sort of predictions, though, Hugo. If I have to really push you for this, which way are you going to go?
I'm going to go Big, right?
I think you have to.
Yeah, I think it's I don't know what's going to happen. It's all up in the air. It's exciting. Smuya's feeling motivated. They got a new roster. Sometimes that can be a detriment, but I think in this case it can work for their favor, because in the last few months, I mean, just looking at Big and how they've been, they haven't seen the Big that we know and love. So maybe this is going to be a breath of fresh air, and I think we're getting into things as well. So Inferno, map 1 of Group A here at the GG.Bet New York Invitational, and we're right into the pistol.
Well, AVANGAR, they've got 3 sets of Kevlar. It's going to be a smoke and a Molotov on Buster and Sanji. Well, Xantares, he wants to go towards middle to search for this early pick, and currently waiting there is Jame and Kickert. Damage done onto Tizian early. He'll fall away, giving the control of the apartments on over towards the T side.
We've got Solo B set up right now, but Legia is questioning that one. He will run back to join Smuya, who's going to be flashed into Banana. There's a lot of T's here, but he can't quite find the angle, falling off the top of the logs. And AVANGAR, there we go. They've taken top B. Plenty of time left in the round, so no commitment needed as of yet. They can go back and try and sell somewhat of a fake, keep Big at bay on this A-bomb site, who still have 3 players sitting pretty.
They've really done a good job at sort of forcing Big back into the bomb side, so they don't get a whole lot of info off of this. Smuya still wants to fight towards Banana, and will do a little bit of damage, but falls away. First headshot is Xantares, though. Of course, he'll be the man to step up, and it's Big with the man advantage. That'll trigger the response from AVANGAR in towards the B bomb side.
Yeah, Legia tapping. He's playing a headshot angle, no armor, remember, but won't be able to connect any killing blows. Can just fall off and leave Smuya inside of the site. And Fire is going to make things difficult to see, and the shot's not connecting, but he finally will take down Kicker. 5 on 3, and these CTs do not need to wait for the bomb to go down. Tabson's boosted, and he's found 3 kills out of nowhere.
There we go. That's exactly the main 3 we're talking about. Smooya, Tabson, and Xanteres finding all the kills into the pistol for Big. And if that's a sign of things to come, then that's the winning condition for Big. And here's your odds from GG.Bet, 1.9 for Big. Actually, Vanguard is being the slight favorite into this one.
Yeah, and I think you could argue that definitely, right, with them actually having a solidified roster, of course. So that's fine. I don't disagree with that, but I think star power alone could be a bit of a problem here in this best of 1. Especially momentum, pistol already taken by Big, and AVANGAR looking for that full eco in round number 2. Well, a couple of PT50s, but by and large waiting for that 3rd round buy. And Big trying to flex a little, pushing down Banana, taking control of the apartments, but AVANGAR are just bleeding this one nice and slow, making sure all the utility is gone before they go for a play. Nothing worse than just pushing up Banana with Glocks and getting naded. So they'll wait for Big to use everything and then start to show contact in middle.
So Vanguard just taking their time. You can use these sort of rounds as a timeout, essentially, to sort of talk over things. There's not too many things to talk about at the minute. Perhaps just making sure everybody is on the same page when it comes to that first gun round. Because Big, they want to show a little bit of confidence here. Legia just jumping over on top of the wall, trying to gather the info. Spots one player towards the bottom. And the rest of Vanguard start to make their presence towards middle. Seems like they just want to burst up towards this short position, see what they can find with the pistols. A kill or 2, that's a bonus. You really shouldn't expect too much to come from them here. It should be a big round in the bag.
And Xantares is baiting them in. Smooya's in Boiler, so he can just swing out if Xantares gets contact. And oh dear, that's a one-shot. Smooya's going to come in on the back line, though, and they won't be ready for this. Nice, flashy objects, and he'll mow them all down. Tizian joins the party, and Kicker's got a wrap going, but he's not going to be able to finish off the job. Tizian with 3, and Big, another round locked in.
2-0. So Vanguard this time, this is where they get the weapons into their hands. Kind of talk about on the T side, it's very difficult to sort of have that level of impact with the AWP. So we've got to look towards different players here on this Vanguard side to step up, not so much just Jim. And you know, this roster does have depth. Now they've added Adrian, they've got Buster who can step up, Kicker's there with big performances here and there. So Vanguard, they have got depth to go towards. We're going to have to see it here on the T side.
Smooth's got the AWP. Mid-pick attempted, maybe. He goes for the cross, but they don't have theirs, so there won't be anyone fighting back. AVANGAR lost 2 players to an SMG from Smooya last round, so should be aware that this is a possibility. And that's probably why they are taking it so slow in middle. Adren does get himself up inside the apartment. AVANGAR still waiting to actually even get into Banana, but constant deep re-smokes from Big are keeping them very far back.
Vanguard is a team though that can play pretty slow, so they're hanging on to the utility. They're waiting into the late stages of the round, and eventually that's when they make their commit. When Big, you know, they'll be limited on their utility. There won't be too much to hold them off. So Vanguard just biding their time, getting into satisfactory positions. A weakness could be that they have got quite a bit of SMG presence still here on the CT side. You know, Legia still with the MP9, got Tizian, but here comes the push in towards Banana, or at least toying with it. Smoke comes in and that'll force them away yet again. Constant
re-smokes on this B site. They've been rotating players back and forth from the start, but now it looks like AVANGAR are going to execute in 40 seconds. There's only one man here. Legia is running across the map to try and get her in time, but he will not be able to do so. Kick it spots Tabson, but he does fall down again. That Molotov going out from Legia to slow down the push, and it's actually sectioned AVANGAR off. One man goes through it, but everyone else is still stuck in the Banana. Great shot from James to open up and into a 4-on-4, but time is still an issue.
Bomb attempted to get planted. Legia spamming on it, doing damage but not the kill. Bomb plant comes through. And a Vanguard, they just need to hold on at this point. Big looking for a retake. They've got 2 players inside of CT, 2 in the ruins. Kit's still alive on 3 players. The problem is there's no utility, so they've got to find the kills. They've got to find the headshots. Well, Tizian starts to make his way close in. He's got the MP9, not exactly the greatest weapon for long-range fights. And Santi runs out of ammo. Jim will take the kill. Buster as well. Finally, Smooya will get 1, but that's all that Big will get here. A Vanguard will find the first gun round, and Smooya might just fall here as well. There's no way he gets out of there. AWP goes over the top. And well, there it is. A Vanguard, they find themselves their first win.
That was a smart call from Smooya, though. Throw the AWP at the map, right? You don't want to be giving that to James in round number 3. Realised he was so committed and being wrapped from the CT spawn, had to get that out of the map. So AVANGAR taking their first rifle round, and that's off the back of, I mean, Big definitely over-rotating somewhat a bit, or maybe not over-rotating, but taking their time to get back into that bomb site. It seemed at some point when tabseN was spotting players coming up banana, Legia took a while to rotate off of that information. Either way, it's pistols out for Big. They won't be forcing.
It certainly will be interesting to see how Big play in the future, you know. They're a team everyone has kind of talked about being this tactical team, one of the more innovative rosters with GG.B at the helm. But I've got tabseN, they've got all this star power. We're probably seeing more of a loose style of play coming for this team now, which is definitely a contrast in terms of what we've seen in the past.
Yeah, it makes me wonder, right? When Legia's not here, when Next gets back in this roster, assuming that's going to happen, who's calling?
It's going to be tabseN, I'm pretty sure,
yeah.
I've heard. So I think he actually picked up the in-game leadership a month ago or something, because I remember GG.B got a couple of problems. So Jamie's going to take the headshot on towards tabseN. Legia will find one of the P250 and Buster will step in. So looking pretty good here for AVANGAR. Should be another one in the bag for them. As Sanji just sits back over towards the T-Stars, holding off for these CT players, but they're all inside a second mid.
Yeah, making sure he can't get wrapped. Pretty much catches the perfect timing to move out of ramp before Big start closing in on middle. They would have caught him trapped there, but he's going to be able to join his team and maybe even get some kills in the retreat as well, because AVANGAR are going to be saving down banana with some players. Santaro's just playing patient, and it is a game of nerves right now with 13 seconds on the bomb. They got to move, and Santaro's will walk right into the angle. Sanji getting that kill, and I mean, at this point, you don't even need to really go further than the logs, so...
You don't want to give away anything, but smooya will come towards him, he'll get his head torn off. And well, last man standing is Tizian, he's got smoke, at least it's something. And the money's back in the bike for Big. We'll see a buy come through. Probably see the AWP into the hands of smooya, and again, we've got that grit double up potential with Big again. You've got tabseN and smooya, they can wield them. Inferno's a map you can throw it in a couple of times, but probably just see the singular upsetter come through here from Big.
Let's find out. Yeah, just smooya on that big old cannon. Tizian's actually taken a hit. He dropped it over. So keep that in mind. SMG still in play. Early smoke down to stop any Molotovs. Big have been aggressive with the utility on banana, but this time it's just the AWP posted up. smooya getting mollied, and he gets caught. Has to fall back through the entirety of those flames. Loses half his health. Kicker really playing with fire there as well. That smoke's going to have a gap on it on the short side, but Big don't want to fight it. Santaro's just got hit by that nade down to 50. AVANGAR in the meantime, 5 players at the top of middle. This is a really good call from them. They forced smooya back off of... Nice shot. They forced smooya back off of top B, and now they can just put everyone on A, knowing that Big are unlikely to re-aggress inside of banana. They've got a 3-2 here. They did just lose a player to Xantares, but looking like they still want to commit towards A. Or not.
Smoke goes in. It's off towards the long position. Traded there comes in for the CT side at this point. With Big having the advantage, they don't really have to throw anything at them. You know, you can stay passive, you can wait for AVANGAR to come to you, but Xantares wants to get a bit more proactive, try and maintain the short control that they have. And with 40 seconds left, well, AVANGAR are going to have to try and back over towards the B-bomb site. And there's currently 2 players there on the CT side, so this is not going to be easy for the AVANGAR side.
Yeah, tabseN was questioning a rotate there, and he's not going to go for it, but at least he's in CT. He's going to have a quicker position back towards his site. Missed shot from smooya. He goes above, but still can't connect a killing blow. Sanji's in the Molotov, but they actually get up on top of the site. Kicker wrapping, and Legia has no idea. Quick swivel and gets away with a kill. 5-on-3 here for Big, and 15 seconds left. Legia's just got to buy time, and he's doing plenty of that. Still no more kills. smooya jumps up above, and this is just getting crazy. He's like a player run right by him. Finally catches the angle, and smooya with the flick. That is just obscene.
That is just chaos on the B-bomb side there. smooya just, a player's walking in front of him. He doesn't react at all, but still picks up the 2 kills. Big will find the round win, but again, just chaos in the last few seconds. It really feels like that'll be the common factor throughout this best of 1. I think we're going to see a lot of back and forth go through. I think this one will be a close one, just for the fact that, yes, Big are a brand new roster. AVANGAR haven't really looked great since adding the Dren. I'm going to be honest, I was kind of having better hopes for them, but they've definitely fallen off. So there is weaknesses here and there for both sides, and I think that's going to create a very close and scrappy affair.
Without a doubt. This time the AWPs relax a little on the CT side. AVANGAR afforded the top B control for free early on in the round, so let's see if Big try and do anything with that. They rotate another man back towards A, leave Smooya here alone, but he is in CT. That's an easy position, just cut off with the smoke and force him to wrap round Coffin side. Can buy AVANGAR time. Looking like they're just going to go for a quick execute. Smooya drops the bomb, though. That's a huge kill. Can cool rotates early on. 2 players running back off of A minute on the clock, and AVANGAR, they're probably going to commit.
No answer yet to Smooya. Molotov will go down, but this will still be a kill for Smooya at this point. There's no smoke, there's no flash, they're just walking right into it. But there's the kill from Smooya. He re-peaks, Buster trades, but Tabson's there again with the equalizing frag, and that's the bomb. It's hit the floor. They've got full control of it at this point. It's on to Kicker to make the play, and well, they know where he is, and it's not going to be easy for him. He'll be dropped by Tabson. Last man standing is Jim. At this point, save call, not really an option. He might have to go for it.
Yeah, take as many as he can with him. That's a shot. Tabson climbs up. Chambers already on the angle. Now, Xantares is so passive towards the bottom of B. And 20 seconds, James doesn't have time to turn around. He's got to try and focus on this bomb. But the second he makes contact with Legia, Tizian's going to swing with this SMG. So he's going to have a 2-for-1 right now. Legia waiting, James firing off, and there's the swing. He was ready for it. No way he's going to get this bomb back to the site. He does cross successfully. Xantares in hot pursuit, but then messed up jump, and that's going to cost him the round. 1 second off. Wait, what?
He got it in the last millisecond. It really is all or not at this point for Jim. A 1v2, he goes towards the coffins. Both players on the CT side, very high HP. They want to get back into this, and Jim needs to get this first headshot. That's a missed opportunity. He falls away, flashbang off the ready. The bomb is ticking, and Jim wants back into the bomb site. The defuse is coming through. There's no chance he wins this, and it'll be Legia dropping him, but well, I think he'll be happy enough getting that bomb plant. That should have been all but over for him, but getting the plant, that's enough.
I didn't even believe that was a possibility. It looked like the time was completely out. He gets the plant on top of the coffins, but dear, oh dear, yeah, that was a terrifyingly close one. I love the setup from Big as well. I mean, they really did nothing wrong there in this 2-on-1 in CT. James just hits a blinder of a shot. I think if Tizian was going to go so wide, maybe Legia should have joined him, but I wouldn't say that's an inherent mistake. Just a really great play from James. 4-2 though, Big do take the advantage. They save the AWP. They keep a lead. AVANGAR with no real money to work with either. They're going to have that bomb plant, which will give them something, but by and large, might just see the save here.
The biggest problem there for AVANGAR was that they had no utility, so Smooya could just sit in CT, and he was pretty much confirmed 2 kills if he just lands a shot. So they tried their best with the Molotov to force him away, but it wasn't enough, and Smooya just sat behind it, took both of the kills, and that pretty much cripples the chances of AVANGAR. And well, coming into this one, affairs are not looking much better for them. It's an AK on a Dren, the rest with pistols. So it really has to be the hero of AVANGAR at this point.
Ooh.
I love to see this sort of play though. You just strip barrel down middle, you have the rest of your teammates there backing you up as well. You pretty much immediately put your foot on the throat of your opponent. So there's no chance here unless Dren steps up with the AK, and he's done that. He's got the first kill, but Smooya's there for the trade. Yeah,
there's 3 players here. Usually you'd expect 1, maybe 2 if you include the AWP at the top of middle. Legia's pushed down Banana as well, and Big are having none of it. AVANGAR were very much aware that that was transpiring down the middle. They even flashed from second mid to blind that push. It didn't work. It's ended up in their 3-on-3, and AVANGAR have got to be happy with the situation. They've got boiler control. They have lost the bomb, though. But there's still a chance that you can get something done here. Smooya's going to regress, and he has to get this kill. If not, Sanji's going to have mid and an AWP. Smooya lands it, though. And a minute on the clock. Now this round has just turned back in favor of Big by a huge margin. Buster catches Legia looking away, and he doubles it up with the bomb. He can run towards B, and Smooya's too far away.
No way, he's not going to check this. Surely Kicker takes this kill, and what? Smooya still finds it, stays alive on 3 HP. He'll run back over towards Banana, but the bomb has been planted. Buster has time to get into a good position, and no, Smooya is low. He's got a Molotov in his hands, and Smooya, he's got the AWP. The problem is here, he has no info. Buster could be anywhere, and with that AWP, you're going to have to clear so many different angles, still scoped in. You don't want to give away your position. 1 bullet is enough to drop Smooya here. He'll throw the smoke onto the bomb, Molotov in towards coffins, but Buster, he's just so patient, biding his time, waiting for the tap, and there it is. He's not going to go for it. Smooya comes off, Sporty comes through it in, Buster, his position location's not known, but the time too far gone, and Smooya has to run away. He might even die to the bomb here if he doesn't get away fast enough.
Oh, calculated. Calculated.
Smooya is one lucky guy in this round, I have to say.
Yeah, that was a nice play to tap the bomb, not stick it knowing that you're so low. If you get spammed, you're just dead. So tap it, try and hope the Buster shoots and gives away his position, and maybe if you've got time, you can get a kill. But yeah, I mean, 3 HP coming back into the bomb site in a one-on-one, there wasn't any chance. So nice try, but AVANGAR get it done with pistols. Remember that was a round where they should never have won. And as soon as Big got the crucial kill in that 3-on-3, it was Buster to double up in middle. Molly to stop Smooya from peeking second middle. He wanted to go through the apartments, but now going to try a mid boost instead. Can peek down the bottom of ramp without having Xantares be exposed, but they're going to call it off, maybe expecting that AVANGAR have taken mid control fast.
I think we're starting to see sort of the weaknesses that Big might have with not having that sort of in-game leader with the overall mindset for the team. We've seen some strange decisions, but this might just be a step up. It's Buster with the headshot, taps in, he will fall. And the rest of the troops from AVANGAR coming in. Look here, desperately trying to hold on in the back lines, but they're completely bombarding him. He tries to stay alive in the smoke just to delay, to allow his teammates to get back in, but it's not enough at this point. They just might as well save.
Yeah, he had an M4 with no armor. I didn't catch if he picked it up off the body of tabseN or if he came into the round with that, but that was not what you want on the B-side defense. AVANGAR finding their 4th round, and saves being called from Big, but you're not really saving much with the exception of that AWP on Smooya. AVANGAR already hunting a little bit. You can see Adrenaline's down bottom, second mid. James, similar situation, but they won't be finding anyone anytime soon, so Big going to get away with these guns. They can take another eco, give AVANGAR a 5th round on this T side, and then things will start to get interesting once again.
As long as they hang on to the ult, that's the biggest part here. So at least Smooya's got that moving into the next one. That's where they can have impact. You can buy a couple of upgraded pistols, Kevlar alongside some of these players. And look at the scoreboard. 11-3 on Smooya, certainly being the most impactful player. tappsN's been doing a stellar job as well. It's a little bit quieter towards the bottom of the scoreboard. Xantares is a player you'd want to see have a little bit more impact early on than he has so far. But again, it is an early stage. Xantares is a player that can warm up into games, and he very rarely has a very poor game. He always sort of at one point steps up.
I can definitely agree with that. Gonna need a big step up from Big here in this round. It's only pistols, and that's unlucky. Chain was ready for the boost, and Smooya gets his head ripped clean off. Now, tabseN does get away with that AWP, so it's not all doom and gloom here for Big, but man advantage lost, and AVANGAR giving so much free room up towards A. Maybe they thought they'd get even more so. James runs up long, and now the rest of them going back towards B.
Xantares does a little bit of damage, but the rest of the troops coming on in. It's going to be AVANGAR finding the 2 headshots, Kick It and Buster. They find him. Xantares looking to step up, but again, a little bit off there. Not landing the shots coming through. Well, tabseN, save time yet again. It feels like roles have been reversed. They're having to pull a Jam here.
Yeah, not really any other options, though. That was a triple stack from Big on the B site as well. AVANGAR just completely tore it apart. Of course, there were some USPs in the mix, but yeah, no kills at all from Big on that defensive side. tabseN gonna take a peek down middle, but Adren's coming up, and wrong angle. tabseN hits a shot. We'll get one more kill with this AWP, but Sanji's so close, and he's found him as the smoke blooms. Another round for AVANGAR, and they even get away with the AWP. They don't pick it up, though. They choose not to save the AWP, interestingly enough. Yeah,
this comes down to what we were talking about earlier, right? On the T side of Inferno, it can be very difficult to have that impact on the AWP. Perhaps they feel like their playstyle is more suited towards just having the full rifle setup across the board.
Yeah, they've been going for a lot of quick BXX, so can't really blame them there. And they know Smooya's not going to have the AWP in this round as well, so it's not like they need to fight up against him. Full rifles for Big, though. The buy is back out. It's going to be lackluster. No kits and no util, really. They've got a couple of smokes, so banana control isn't going to be as easy to take as it has been in the past here for Big. They do throw a lot into it, but real fight in the apartments right now. Smooya getting pinched from 2 players, and AVANGAR starting off another round with a 5-on-4.
AVANGAR have had quite a bit of success as well of the back of picking up that early kill. They've had a lot of success at sort of converting that into a round win. So let's see if they can keep that up. Xantares wants to throw a spanner into the works, but they're watching for it. They might as well try and go for the fight. It will be Xantares who wins the first kill, but Adren is there for the trade. Aggression through the Molotov. Tapson picks up 2, and he falls away with the advantage for Big.
That was the flash from Legia as well. It was a great teamwork from Big to actually turn this round on its head. He'll have to rotate, because right now AVANGAR is speeding up towards the A bomb site, but as fast as a tortoise goes, they're crawling through those apartments. Adren can't afford to make noise until they're ready to execute. Tizian spots him though, needs to get this kill, and he does. Second player coming up from short, and Jamin a 1-on-3. He's so good at clutches.
Well, the tortoise generally wins the race, right? So we'll see if that is the case with Jim. The flashbang will go over the top. Looking towards the pit, Tizian, they know where he is. Legia on the spot. At this point, they can't really face. They don't want to give anything. James wants to take the 1v1 fight. There's the first. Legia's on the spot. James can certainly win this. And well, Legia will take him away with the FAMAS. It's going to be another one on the board for Big. But again, it's so close. Every round comes down to crunch time. Yeah,
really patient from Legia there. That was very, very scary to be in, I'm sure. But gets away with the final kill. And Tapson, of course, what a huge play down on B. That was right before AVANGAR were about to go exec into a 4-on-2 on that B site. They would have certainly won the round off of it, but Tapson shuts it down. And another rifle round for AVANGAR. They've really built up a bit of money in these last few. So no orbs still. Tizian always seems to be the guy to take the hit on the SMG, but someone's got to do it.
I mean, it's always so valuable having a player that's willing to do that, but Buster goes to the peak beyond the half wall. Legia will take that kill, and Legia's been holding his own, and he looks to do it again. Flash around the corner, though. Kicker transfers. That is so hard to do with the SG. It has one of the wildest spray patterns, but definitely doing well here. Tizian gets aggressive towards the apartments. It's the trade coming back through, and again, it's a 3v3. It's an equilibrium once more.
Yeah, Xantares needs a kill here, or this retake's going to be very hard, but he goes through the smoke, and they're all holding for it. None of them even crossed past that Molotov. They're even ready for the back flank as well. Smooya gets spotted. Jane was blind, and he gets damage off, finished off by Kicker, and they can just bail. They know the last player's coming through CT, so Tizian, wrong place, wrong time, as AVANGAR send a lurk all the way back. They won't commit with going towards this A site, but they will have one man coming in to save the day. That'll be Kicker, if needed. And it might not be, because Tizian's 12 points of health coming in through the coffins, and that bomb is down on the B site.
Well, Tizian looks for a way back into it. Notices the player towards Dark. Here's the shots of Jim as well. But just pulling this off is nigh impossible. No kits. He's just looking to do damage, keep that economy low on a Vanguard. If he could force at least a rebuy, that would be absolutely perfect. He looks towards the top spots. Adren has to fall away. And well, he might just try and get the save can in the next one, but Jane is waiting for it. He plays it well, and it's a Vanguard into the lead.
And even if Jane wasn't there, Kick it was in CT spawn, so no escape route there for Tizian.
Oh, this is just
disgusting. Dirty.
Transferring with the SG, it's definitely a very difficult thing to do if you're not familiar with the spray pattern, but obviously it's been used so much recently, a lot of the players are getting that down. So
I'm trash with that gun.
Yeah, I am so bad with it. There's times when there's a guy walking in front of me with his back completely turned and I just whiff every bullet.
Yeah, no, I feel you. Ooh, Nate stacked down Banana for Big. They realise AVANGAR have been taking a lot of early B control in these last few rounds. They'll get a kill for it, but past that, it's looking pretty dire. And there it is, clean up. This is a very strong T-side right now for AVANGAR, and we're not even done just yet.
Starting to maybe perhaps regret my decision in backing Big in this one.
Give it time. Whoa, don't get off the bandwagon this early. Okay.
We're on it for the ride. At this point, Big, you can definitely see that they're a new team. You can start to see a couple of weaknesses that maybe wouldn't be there if you were a team for a couple of months or a couple of weeks even. Certainly a couple of issues, but I mean, that's to be expected. This isn't even the final form, you know. This is still got Legia. You have to bring Nex in. So there's still another piece to the puzzle that's not even present here for Big.
Without doubt. Got to give it time. But, you know, let's see how close they can make this game, or even if they can win it in that second half. Right now, there's a double T-side AWP for AVANGAR. They haven't run an AWP at all this game, so that's a bit of a surprise. But let's see if the change of pace could work in their favor. They're definitely expecting an AWP here from Big, but actually Smooya's not got one. So I wonder if that will play into things much. Triple B setup. I like this from Big. They switch it up. Instead of trying to fight for Banana, they give it up completely and they bait them in. They go, AVANGAR, you want to come A or come B? Come B. We've got 3 players here. And I think AVANGAR is somewhat tempted by that offer.
Smoke goes down towards CT, taps and goes right through, and James got the frag. So early kill is AVANGAR's, and well, they've only got 2 players here in the B-bomb site. No trade potential just yet from Big. Utility starts to come on in, Molotov to clear the corners. This will limit the positions of the CTs can play, and allows AVANGAR to tunnel vision a couple of angles, but the boost is good for 1. It's only 1 though, as Xantares is burning. He has to stay alive. He has to delay for his teammates to come through. Then he goes in towards the back lines. He's still alive though, and the rotation is coming through. Eventually, Kickert will drop him, and it's job done. AVANGAR surely picked this one up, and in fact they have. The save call has been made, and it's going to be 8-5. Already they win the half, and they might just lose all their weapons here as well. Smooya spots Sanji and actually picks up that frag. So at least there's a chance here for Big to at least take something from this round.
Yeah, good awareness that that AVANGAR have been sending lots of lurks through this A site on those BXX consistently, so Smooya more than ready for it, but it's still an 8th round. It's still a dominant T side right now to AVANGAR, and not many options left for Big to get back into this match.
And we always look at Inferno to be one of the CT sided affairs, just very, maybe slightly in this version of it, but still CT sided. And well, Big, the scary part for me is the T sides. How good are they going to be with this new roster? You know, you're not going to have too many set pieces set up. If you are, it's going to be very much, oh, you're going in this spot, you're doing whatever he did.
Yeah, very on the fly.
And will they have had time to learn the smokes and everybody's roles in the team? Probably not. So it's probably going to be a very loose style of play here on the T side, and you'd like to see a couple more CT rounds picked up. They still have a chance at that, though. They have 2 chances here to pick up a few more.
I wonder what they're even going to get into this round, though, because they have max loss, but or almost max loss. But other than that, everyone had $0. That was a round with rifles just about. So they either force 2 rounds in a row around these 2 safe guns, or they take an eco here. Yeah, it's going to be the half buy, which means they're only actually going to have 1 real buy left in the half. That being said, don't count them out of this one just yet. They've got plenty of util to slow down the push from AVANGAR. Banana smoke. Smooth's gone to the apartments. He'll meet Sanji here. Oh, he's getting baited as well from Legia. This is perfect, but the barrel has been spotted, and Sanji's ready for it. 2 kills, and just slaughters Big up in the apartments. Great setup. It just didn't seem like Big were ready for it at all.
Xantares and tabs in the last 2 remaining players here for Big in the round number 14. How much would you give their chances here, Hugo? Probably none.
Not looking good.
Yeah.
Certainly not looking good. There's no one even in the site. Tabson is in Banana, or he was in Banana, and Xantares is behind a long smoke while they're planting short side. So, yeah, no.
Not a chance.
He's even being flanked.
More chance to win the lottery.
Give me some numbers right now.
I've never done the lottery though, so I don't even know how many numbers you need.
There's a lot of numbers for the UK lottery. Harry gave me his lottery numbers once. They didn't win.
Well, we are sitting here, Hugo, so...
Yeah. What does that mean? Oh. Another round for AVANGAR. 9 on this T side. And here it is. Final buy from Big. They're going to have the AWP. They're going to have the double AWP if they really want it. I saw Tabson buy one just there, so I think we will see that double AWP. And it could be the solution, but is the solution coming too late?
Yeah, I think at this point... you know, I think it's too far gone at this point. I think
well,
AVANGAR,
at least in this half, right?
Yeah, at least this half. But AVANGAR have found themselves so much momentum in these last couple of rounds that they've just been able to build up such a strong lead here on the T side. If they got off to a better start as well, probably could have been even more dominant, because Big, the only rounds they've won have been off the back of big individual performances, which again is the only thing they have at the minute.
And the pistol round.
Yeah, which is a big factor. No pun intended.
I hate casting Big sometimes for that reason, because I use the word big a lot, just generally, exactly. And then I can't use it without sounding like I'm really pushing it in. But
I just embraced it one day and just did it as many times as possible. Chat didn't enjoy it. Chat did not enjoy that. But they don't enjoy a lot.
Ah, sucks for them. Well, a B execute hit for AVANGAR. The bomb isn't committed. Smoke's being thrown. Smooya could get caught here. There's a player in second middle, and he's just looked past him. Oh, he's really playing with his timings here, but will be able to get out of the way perfectly as the smokes come down towards middle. They can wrap the A side of things. Now, don't get confused. This is still looking like it's going to be a B play. They've got top B. They've got the bomb there as well. They're just trying to pressure Big back, and they've done that very well. They've forced another rotate back towards the A site. Xantares has left B. This is a really nice call from AVANGAR, and they're about to execute into a 4-on-2.
Yeah, and the thing is, the B players don't have any idea this is coming. The utility being used up, they will know there's a B here at this point. They need a kill, though. They can't afford to drop. tabseN more than likely needs one here. There's the first. Can he get a follow-up? His teammate has dropped, so he needs to stay alive. He needs at least one more kill. As the pressure coming through, there's the kill from tabseN. He looked for the third, but Buster eventually sends him to his grave, and it will be a 3v3 retake attempt from Big. They have to go for it this time.
Oh, yeah, tiziaN gets a tag on James as well, but I don't know if he thinks he's crossed back towards Banana or the B side. I don't know. He knows he's close, but knowing is half the battle. The battle is the other half of the battle, and James wins that. smooya waiting for the repeat, but he's just not going to get baited in, and Big have got to go. Last round of the half, pistols out, time for a bit of pug style. smooya's in, and Xantares grabs two. James in a 1-on-2 to shut down this half. He's found the first. smooya's not on the bomb. He's scoped up, just ready and waiting. There's 5 seconds left, and he might just lose a round as a result. That's going to be the peak. The kill is there, but there's just no time, and that will be 10 rounds for AVANGAR.
Well played from Jim there in the final few seconds. You know, he takes that first kill, but then hides behind the wall, does not fall for it at all. And Big just unfortunately launched themselves into the bomb site a little bit too late. But big performance from smooya at the start of the game, and then he sort of dropped off quite a bit. tabseN started to step up to a decent level as well. But Big, it seems as though they did just rely all on their individuals. There was nothing really to fall back on. There was no different CT setups. And well, that's going to be a big problem moving into their T side. You can see the odds have definitely shifted massively in favor of AVANGAR here by GG.Bet.
You know for sure who's going to win. And they seemingly do, because 10-5 up right now. AVANGAR looking in the lead. James going to try and fight middle, or at least spot it. He goes towards second instead, but delayed play from the two up on the bridge. He sees them, but AVANGAR not really trying to force fights here. They're just jiggling and getting information early on. That's a great nade.
Yeah.
Gets traded though.
Xantares is just having one of those games, right? Nothing's working. He's getting all the nades in the face. We all have them. But Xantares is a player that Big really need to perform. And while he's taking so much damage here, drop to 22. Buster is not scared of at all. No. He's just going to stay here. Balls of steel.
And it's become so quiet on A that Big have now got to walk into a triple setup on this B side. That's a great shot from tabseN. Doubles it up with a flashbang in his face as well. James, the only player here, but they don't know that just yet. They don't know that he's inside of the site. His rotate was very quick indeed. Giving that away, but no kill. More flashbangs, and Xantares down to 8. There's the final bullet. And now the full rotate is in. They've even got a flank on. Big can take this nice and slow because they've got smooya coming in through long right now. James getting dinked back. tiziaN just playing with his food, and I love this call from Big. Just chill out, wait for smooya to get in the back line. Now he's finally there, and the kills are already in, so it doesn't matter. Great pistol from Big.
Yeah, that was very solid from them. You know, it was looking pretty poor at the start. The rotation was made in from the AVANGAR side. It was looking pretty good for the CT affair, but then suddenly Big turn it on their head. They play it slow. They don't get flustered. smooya comes in for the flank. And well, there it is, the pistol pickup. It's important here for Big if they want to get a chance to start off this T-side affair. It's not a scoreline that's impossible to come back from 10-5. You can very easily find yourself back to a competitive scoreline after winning the pistol.
Special Inferno, yeah. Very steamrolly map this is. Like, I mean, look at how AVANGAR played the T side, right? They work out the B's Big's B site defense is awful, and they just hit it like 8 rounds in a row and just force saves every single time. So you can definitely momentum your way to a win on this map. Look at this call from AVANGAR though. They get a kill down B and they rotate fully towards A, gambling, and they might have just paid off because Big are going the same way.
Well, this is their best chance to do some damage and force some rebuys on that Big side. So we'll see if they can do it. It is tiziaN up towards the apartments, looking beyond the balcony with the MAC-10. They will just hold the position. Sanji in the pit. I love this angle. On top of the bicycle, you can see towards shore and the apartment. You can fall away safely, but this time, tabseN's waiting for it. Headshot comes in. smooya checks the corner. Dren's going to fall as well. Surely here, smooya's looking for more. Last player inside of the site. Big do a good job at just sort of making sure all the corners are checked. No stone is left unturned, and that'll give them a 7th.
But it also gives AVANGAR a buy, the first one on their CT side, so guns are now out in full force. I wonder if they'll even have the AWP. I don't think James was saving for it, but he did have a USP in that round, so maybe just with glass.
He loves to do that sort of, that's something you'll always see Jim do usually as well, is just save for that AWP. And well, he has got it, but it's the glass cannon, so there we go.
Can't always be good, but let's see what he can do with it. Right down middle as well. smooya doesn't have one, so mid's open. Big are not choosing to fight it. James going to get a chance to reposition. Now Buster getting tagged on top of B with grenades. There's a lot of utility being spread out here. And Xantares, he backs up into that Molotov. It takes him down to 20. He really isn't getting lucky, is he?
Just everything is going against him. He's been sent in as that entry force as well. You're going to go in Banana every round, and just you're the first man in, if you like it or not.
Sit in the Molotov,
But I've been naded 3 times. Yeah, you're going again. Do it again. At least he hasn't died from the hit yet.
Yeah.
We'll say that next round he'll get 5 nades to the face.
Let's see, because Big are going back towards the A site. AVANGAR with the double pit setup here. I'm missing a player. Oh, they're boosting on B, that's why. So Big walk into this A site. They're going to have a easier job. James has been spotted with the AWP. That will certainly send Big back, but it does both. James has gone for the full rotate through CT as well, so it's a race against time. Who gets to the site first, Big or James?
Big Jim. But we'll see what happens here as Adren hides behind the pit. 35 seconds. Time is certainly of the essence for the T side. They need to eventually get their way into here, and well, they have got Adren in the pit backed up as well. Will be a couple of kills coming in from the CT side as Xantares on 19 HP alongside Tabson have to make it happen, and well, they've got 2 kills. It's now a 2v3, so certainly doable. Another great shot from Xantares, and this is that time where he steps up. We talked about it. This is the impact he can deliver.
Yeah, now a 2-on-2 retake, and he's gone back through the apartments. He can come out boiler later if he needs, but AVANGAR have sent 2 players right past him up on short side. Tabson's got an angle inside of the site behind the boxes, and Xantares is going to have their number and their address from behind, gets the kills, and Big 8 rounds. So this T side's starting to be pieced together now.
Yeah, much better here from Big. You start to see the momentum is being built up. And like you said, this map is a very momentum-based affair. If you can start to find something that works and you do it over and over again and it continues to work, you will find yourself back in the game in no time. And while there are only 2 rounds separating these 2 sides, we've seen AVANGAR get off to a slow start on their T side, but walk away with it with a great lead. So still up in the air, still 50-50, I would say, between these 2 teams. This should be a big round, though, if you look at it on paper.
Yeah.
But here at the Invitationals, you always see these crazy runs come in with the pistols.
Online CS can always be entertaining in one way or another. Big get out through middle this time. AVANGAR just being extremely patient, waiting for that smoke to fade, and once it does, James can throw down his own, keep Big at bay. AVANGAR love doing these little hidey hole setups, so they just don't give you anything. They just don't give you a kill, a peek, a bit of info, just kind of cubby down.
It's like guerrilla warfare.
Yeah. Where is he? He's right behind you, in the bushes.
So it's like that's our sort of playstyle Snacks made famous, right? It's just, where is Snacks? He's behind you. So difficult to deal with. So that's why Big are having to take their time to clear everything, make sure that, again, no stone is left unturned. They have everything checked, but that leaves very little time to play with when you play that play style. We'll see if they can get it done here with 30 seconds. No margin for error, really. They have to get the kills. They start to come on in. It's Lagia, the first man in. They try and get the information. He knows it's a player on default, but that smoking pit, that could be a big problem. They're trying to play with it, but all the kills come through, and it's Kurt and Buster, the last 2 players remaining. Job done for Big yet again.
Yeah, that could have got dicey. I love the play from Sanji in the pit, right? He gets Molly, just smokes it out and hides, knowing that, you know, obviously Big know where he is, but if he just stays alive and you know, makes things difficult just by having just by being alive in the pit, he can make Big sweat. And that came down to 15, 20 seconds anyway when the bomb went down. So certainly could have been dropped by Sanji if he found a timing. But either way, it's only eco. Big take it flawlessly, as they should.
Yeah, it sort of creates that chaos, right? You know, everyone's starting to look towards the smoke, and it opens up an opportunity for one of the players to step out of the hidey hole. But yeah, it will be another round on the board for Big. Only 1 round separating the 2 sides now, and this could be a very important affair for AVANGAR as they move into this. They've got a buy coming in. Will we see the AWP on Jim? That's definitely something they have in their back pocket. Sitting at the top of the scoreboard, 20 and 12. Continues to be the talisman for this AVANGAR side. And Adrian, a player they'd expect, you know, the experience, the level of individual ability as well to really start to carry him through. He's at the bottom on 5 kills.
Yeah, and I think about, like, the first round I saw him get a kill was that PT50 in round 2 in Tisa, where he just got a ridiculous one tap up mid. So slowed down since. That's a shot. Jane with the AWP and Banana, and he's going to take it first. There's so many CTs here, and Kicker's going to join the party as well. Bomb dropped, and Big are being stopped.
Yeah, well, it was the simple B-rush strategy, but they ran right into the brick wall of AVANGAR. Well, the bomb has hit the floor. They're going to have to try and recover it. AVANGAR know they've got this one in the bag, so they're just going to give up the bomb. They don't want to give away any kills here. Jim can hold on, missed shot. But again, the opportunities are so slim here for Big.
And they're being surrounded as well. Tizian goes back to check there's no one pushed down mid, but not only have they pushed down mid, they pushed through T-spawn. So Dren's in an off angle, and ooh, that's a missed shot. Tizian, just one bullet, and there it is. That will essentially solidify the round there. The bomb has been retrieved, but Legia still can't get out. He's got to fight Dren, and he's going to hit the shot this time. AVANGAR 11, their first CT round coming through as well, and it's off the back of that AWP.
Yeah, that aggressive peeking towards Banana, sometimes that can really work if there's a B-rush coming at you, and other times it can just completely flop. But here are the odds from GG.Bet. Starting to really come back to normality yet again. A couple of moments ago, they were looking pretty bad for Big, but 3.59 to 1.27. AVANGAR still favourites. I think after picking up that round win, they certainly still are, but we'll see if Big can answer back immediately here and send the economy of AVANGAR into a little bit of a sticky situation. Oh my god. Jim just straight away, fast playing towards middle.
That's crazy, yeah. No utility, no Molotov, just trying to catch a timing, but no one spotted. Smooth's on his AWP as well. And Big are putting pressure on this B site early on, but they're getting met with a lot of utility. This triple setup that AVANGAR, there it is. It's not Xantares this time at least. That AVANGAR have on this B site is proving to be very good. Jamie even gets a kill in the apartment, and this is a 5-on-3 in the first few seconds.
Yeah, just that sheer aggression from Jim, being able to take a peek towards middle, then fall back and find himself aggressive in the apartments. If you could be dynamic like that, he can be such an impactful player across the board. And while Xantares, he's going to be looking for a way in towards this B-bomb site. He's done damage. He'll be looking for the kill, though, eventually. They need the kills at this point. And while Dren, this is a good chance for him to pick up some kills. And that nade, well, not great as Legia comes in, is actually the man to find a kill. Smooya will pick up one as well. And it's back into a 3v3. And Dren needs to stand tall, and he's got the first.
Yeah, 40 seconds, Big, no rush for this bomb plant, but they'll go right for it. Oh, Smooth gets caught at the back of the site, and that's the bomb dropped. Xantares, 1-on-3 here. He is low as well. The bomb's actually in the fountain, so he's going to need to get his feet a little bit wet if he wants to pick that one up. Molotov coming over to Oranges, sectioning off more positions in 20 seconds. I mean, the more time that he waits is the more time that AVANGAR have to group up in Banana, and that's what they've done. More nades. Here's the plant. He will be able to get it down, but what can he do past that?
That's always the most annoying thing about this, is when you get that bomb planted, there's nowhere you can really go to hide, but they give him an opportunity to get into a post plant. So perhaps Xantares really can pull this off. He's a man that certainly has the skill set for it. He'll head towards the back of the bomb site. First kill in, the second opportunity is there, but it will be the kill from Sanji coming in, and the pickup for AVANGAR, 12-9. And I think Big, well, they do end up losing the round, but I think something we have to give to them is that even pulling it into a situation that's winnable is unbelievable there.
Yeah, right. That's an immediate 3-on-5 with half your players on low HP and Banana due to all of those nades. And the bomb was dropped for AVANGAR. They had it at the top of B. So, you know, it takes a big call to have the bomb and go, we don't need it. Let's just give it up. We know we can win the round if we just play it safe. If we try and hold on to this position, then we risk, you know, giving up everything. So they give away the bomb, they allow the plant, but still nothing further than that. So 12-9, and AVANGAR are starting to solidify this game. Couple more rifle rounds left for Big in the bag, but it's not going to be this one.
Near damage, well, near attempt coming in towards Banana. At this point, Big have realised maybe it's not the best decision to walk into Banana every round and just get absolutely wrecked. So they're going to try and turn their attentions up towards the A-bomb site, where Jim is currently waiting. Smoke will come in, force away that angle, and Kiku has got the early pickup for AVANGAR. Xantares, the weapon, of the AK-47 has to be the weapon of choice here. It will not be anything though, as the headshot comes in from Sanji. And while Jim has got the barrel scoped in towards the position of Smooya on short, and there's the kill. Looking so good here for AVANGAR. Tabson and Tizian, not really too much they can expect to get done here.
Yeah, I mean, how do you even beat James when he's just doing that? You're holding his angle, he just walks into you and kills you. Great, thanks. 5-on-2, 5-on-0, just like that. AVANGAR deal with the last couple of players, and it was only a half buy for Big. They had players on pistols and AK and a scout, so
yeah, you can tell here at this point, Big is just they're brand new because the calls are just so basic. It's rush B, rush A, you know, there's not a whole lot of depth to it. And when they do have a chance to win the round, it's all off the back of an individual performance. Santero's getting a couple of kills here. You know, Tabson finding some ridiculous headshots and Smooya picking up something. That's what they've got to rely on at this point, at the very beginning of this roster. So I think it's fair to say they've done pretty good already. But AVANGAR, you know, they have been together for longer. You can definitely see they've practiced a little bit more than Big. They have more to go to. And I think that's what's paying off for them at this point. I have to say, though, Lagia is doing a pretty good job, all things considered.
yeah, he always holds his own. You know, I wouldn't say he's a bad player at all. It's just, you know, maybe he adds more as a coach, and or Big would rather a different player than him, which is, you know, that's fine to say. He's not ever brought in to be the top fragger, so him just doing his role is all you can ask from him. That being said, this isn't over for Big. They have another rifle. Let's see what they can do with it, though. If they lose this, that's when we start to really count them out. No AWP for Smooya, and James has just been so rampant on the CT side.
Yeah, you'd love to get the AWP into Smooya's hands just to try and challenge him, trying to stop Jim. But here he goes again, another opportunity, but taps in right through, still gets the kill. That is ridiculous, and that is the bomb. It rolls to his feet, and this is over.
Yeah, what, the game, the round, what do you... Probably more than just one of those things. Oh dear.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with all of the above.
Yeah, I admire the play from Tabson there. Molly comes down, you know you can catch timing. I like the play. The only part about that that's bad is he has the bomb.
Yeah.
And it basically just gives it to AVANGAR. And at that point, Big are just like, well, let's run.
Obviously, it wasn't going to be, that's not the thought-out play, but he's seen the opportunity there, and he's like, I'm going to go for this.
Maybe not aware he had it, you know, whatever. Stuff happens, can't account for everything. Not what you want, though, especially with your last rifle round, as now Big have to eco and give away 15. Obviously, they're going to have one more rifle round, I guess, but up against 15 never really feels like a rifle round. It just feels like a bandage on a bullet wound.
You sort of have to mentally reset at that point and just take it round by round. Don't even look at the scoreboard. We'll just try and win this one. And if we can pull it back to overtime, we'll take it from there. And that's where Big want to find themselves, or they might even want to find themselves at a 16-14 win. But with Jane playing like this, it's going to be very difficult indeed, as Santeros takes more early damage. He's just not having a great time of things here, as Tabson receives damage as well. Jim, he's even killing his teammate. He's killing everyone. Eventually, he will hit the deck, and I don't know what's going on at this point. Big have the advantage.
What's going on?
I don't know. James just had a meltdown.
Like, he was like, Right, well, Smooya has the AWP and a post plant, and it's an A-site retake. This is very good for Big right now. Don't let the low HP confuse you. This could be their round, locked in off of the back of that team kill. Molotov's landing on the site. Now, low HP could be a problem with the mollies, but they are avoided. Adren still has one, but towards a pit, the wrong place. Smooya burns out. That's the AWP gone. Now things are really going to kickstart for AVANGAR, and they found the next kill on top of that. This is a slaughter on the A site, and that is a fantastic way to close out the round, even though it gets a little bit sloppy in between. Also, I know you have a point. I wanted to mention how funny that was. When we saw James get that mid-pick, Adren was tucked into the long cubby, and I like that setup because James gets a pick and he runs back, and they're supposed to chase him and Adren get all the kills. But the second that Big lose a player in that kill, they just do a 180 and go, nah, just run back up towards short, and Adren never needed to do anything in that cubby.
They did set themselves up for a little bit of success there, Big. I think...
So did James.
Yeah, James definitely was a big factor of that. The fact that he gets the team kill, luckily AVANGAR are able to rectify that, but that gives extra money for Big to work with into this last gun round, or possible last gun round for them. And there will be the utility going on over the top. Near damage in, it's Smooya. Well, he's the victim of it.
He's always been a victim this game of that banana utility, especially for AVANGAR. They've just been so good at that.
I seen something on Twitter, I think it might have been Reddit actually. Banana was voted the most dangerous place on Earth 2019.
Yeah, I could believe that. Sanji up on the balcony, telling Jame where he is this time so he doesn't get killed. Legia is very close, so got to be careful here. Ooh. That's a missed shot. It might actually send Legia around the corner into Sanji, but he just sits pretty in the sight when the apps. Big have basically given up with B here in the last few rounds. They do have one man there. And the re-aggression actually gets caught. Santara's ready for it.
45 seconds. Bomb starting to make its way through the archway. Towards Speedway they go. They have to be speedy. It's 35 seconds left on the clock. Two players still on that B-bomb site. Legia's got a kill though onto Sanji. They're not buying it though on the B-bomb site. They don't want to fall away. That would be absolutely horrible. As Adren knows this is a possibility. He's got the kill onto Taps and Buster steps up as well. And well, it's all falling apart here for Big. A 2v3. 15 seconds to play with, and James got Legia. It's all on Tizian. It's all over.
Yeah, he was trying to run back towards A to catch a bomb plant, but I don't think there's even going to be time. James just needs to stall him for a few more seconds, and that he's done. Tizian chasing the kill instead of going for the plant, and neither of those will come through. James shuts it down, and 16-9, AVANGAR are going to take that best-of-1 series, opening up Group A and finding a win.
So yeah, not the greatest of starts for this new big roster, but there was signs of life. I think, again, it comes down to the sort of just having the individuals to rely on. They didn't really have too many strategies to go to. You could see a lot of mistakes coming through. But again, it's not even the final form of this big roster. We're going to get to see Next come back into the team. I think that team could be absolutely ridiculous. You know, the firepower that they will have.
Well, you hope so, right? Because we already talked about coming into this game, Tabs and Zantares and Smooth on the same team. I mean, that's sick. That's what we've always wanted.
Yeah.
But yeah, obviously, still having caveats like Legia on the roster rather than Next, and Gobby only just having left, so they're not being able to find their new form of how they want to run on those T sides, for example. So, yeah, you know, you got to give them time, but they put up a fight.
They did put up a fight, indeed. I'm looking forward to seeing what they can do later on, though. Of course, they're not out yet. It's not a great start into the tournament. Vanguard are the winners in their first matchup. They'll go on to the best of 3 later on. But to find their opponent, we have got another matchup coming up after the break, so make sure you stay with us.